Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with an updated arena video guide here now that we can showcase the prowess of the new Fantastic Four team, in addition to who I think right now are good supplementary pieces right now in the meantime, from what I can see. And what I wanted to do, guys, as well, I did not want to bring in my Odin just to see how they would do even with some of the other mythic characters. Now, having said that, guys, following up from my previous video where I brought up Franklin Richards, it was actually getting quite competitive, so I had the chance to pull the trigger here on Franklin Richards, and I did have enough Bio Gear resources to actually bring him up all the way to Gear Tier 20, and as you can see here, level 105. So it's very, very important that he gets the majority of the investment. If you guys have Gear Tier 20 pieces for Bio, definitely prioritize him before, as you can see, Invisible Woman MCU, as well as Mr. Fantastic. Not getting their full-on upgrades because I did want to test this out to see if this was feasible. And you'll see in the gameplay that although I have both these characters at level 100, they can compete with the best of the best, even with their lower star rankings. I didn't upgrade them just yet with the star ranks because I wanted to see if they are still feasible at 3 red and 3 yellow stars. Thankfully, you'll see in the gameplay footage that they are successful. Now, Methisto. It's great that they have the upgrade now, actually being for a longer promotion time. So if you guys haven't already, I think it was only like 6,000 credits to actually bring him to the 3 diamonds. So this is a massive, massive upgrade. And he still has value in my honest opinion just because of the turn meter and whatnot. Although, you know, Null can shut him down with the empowered state, he still has the first turn advantage, which is really nice. And that's kind of the name of the game sometimes with the arena meta, the way it is, right? I've always been a big fan of Apocalypse. He makes the rest of his team better overall, and I actually did bring him into my my global villain section for Age of X. So that's why he's built up the way he is. You know, diminishing return in the sense that he is more statistically correct compared to the other mythic characters, but I mean, he still has value, and you'll see later on. I really like him because he's got a useful ability block that you can utilize against enemy Odins. So we are going to dive into some gameplay here shortly, guys. But what I also want to point out, guys, as well, if you take a look here for the arena meta, I had a chance to try it out against some of the Xavier teams, and it just won't work. If Xavier is with the Fantastic Four, it's basically a flip of the coin, if you will. So not really a good chance there. I would say the only way that's going to work against a Xavier Fantastic Four meta team is really the mirror match of it. So what you'll see in the gameplay footage is we're going to be going up against Odin without Xavier, and this team can actually get the job done. So in the big picture overall, it is a little bit of bad news bears for Odin himself. As you can see, I brought him all the way up for Gear Tier 20 because he is coming with me into the Cosmic Hero section for Age of X. But if you guys are watching this beforehand, I don't know if the investment may make sense anymore, just because you don't necessarily need Odin now in the arena meta. So it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to stay put in the arena meta, just because I can definitely see him now getting pushed out, especially since now non-Odin teams with Fantastic Four is able to actually compete and defeat Odin teams even with the Fantastic Four. So we'll see in the meantime, or sorry, Odin with either the current Fantastic Four or Odin with the OG arena meta as well. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. All right, so yeah, this is how I currently have the placement, just because, you know, Mr. Fantastic's going to be taunting and soaking damage, so it kind of makes sense that he's next to Apocalypse, right? As he's going to get some adjacent damage overall. But you can see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the old meta here in Arena. If you have a small 3-piece of Fantastic Four like myself here, you can still get the job done, because turn 1, you get the big ultimate of Franklin Richards, and that's where you can actually go bypass the enemy Gladiator taunt, but as well placing the silence now on all enemy characters, right? And that's big. Now you actually get a follow-up here with Invisible Woman also gaining turn meter with the synergies of Fantastic Four. She groups everybody up with defense down, and this is where you want to focus some of the initial attacks here actually on the enemy Odin. And this is why I like Apocalypse, because he can land the ability block on the enemy Odin. And as you can see right there, guys, he's going to be basically rendered useless. We have a chance now to kind of clean things up with Mr. Fantastic and making really, really short work of what the old meta was, right? This was kind of the standard cookie cutter defense that you would see, and this is going to get easily pushed out now, because as you can see, we do not need to invest in an Odin. We essentially just, even this weaker level 100 Fantastic Four 3-piece plus Apocalypse and Methisto can get the job done, and without not even being a close battle here overall, right? It's so one-sided. We're completely overwhelming them. And like I said, I wish I tried this with a weaker Franklin, but I upgraded him all the way before I realized that I should have done some more arena matches beforehand. But either way, you guys can see how much how the lack of investment still is happening with my Invisible Women as well as Reed. So it goes to show you the value of this team. But like I said, guys, it is unfortunately bad news for Odin players now, because he is probably going to get pushed out of this meta. Once I get Xavier, I'll see on my defense if Odin maybe has a bit more value there. But in the meantime, this is at least a team that can work against enemy teams from the old meta that do have Odin. And as well, if you don't have Odin, this is now a feasibility to actually crush those matches. Obviously, Xavier still remains to be the question mark. But if I have any update, guys, I'll keep you posted. But in the meantime, do let me know what you think in comments below. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.